Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf. Another Guild Wars 2 update. It is May 3rd, 2010. This is update number 3. I just want to go over some news and notes that I missed from the last update and one new piece of information, along with a breakdown of the profession categories that was also released somewhat over the last weekend. Alright, so let's go over to the news and notes. First off, the most important one is that the warrior profession has been confirmed. Not a big surprise, considering that the warrior name was dropped all over numerous interviews and such for skill examples and like that. So again, the warrior was confirmed. However, it was not released technically yet, because as Eric Flonham said in the 10-Ton Hammer podcast, that they want to go over the warrior and polish it off a little bit more, because like he said, not a surprise himself, and they want to give some sort of wow factor like the Elementalist did, because the Elementalist was not really a wow factor either, because it was already in Guild Wars 1. So they just want to polish it off a little more, give it some sort of wow factor. Next series is going to be a bunch about armors. First off, armor will not be available for all the professions. This is a change. Guild Wars 2 originally said that, and ANET said that armor was going to be available for all the professions. This has changed, so it will not be available for all professions anymore. The armor grades will again be the same, kind of like Guild Wars 1, where it will be light, medium, and heavy. They did not specifically say what the stats of the armor was going to be, but they are going to break it into light, medium, and heavy. And with the armor grades, it's also going to break down and coincide with the professions and their profession categories. What are these profession categories? Well, here they are. The profession categories have been noted to be current and could change in the future. These categories are broken down into 3 sections, and they are the Scholar, Adventurer, and Soldier. And as you can see, they coincide with the armor grades I mentioned before: the light, the medium, and the heavy. The Scholar has 3 professions underneath its tree, and one of which we already know is the Elementalist. The Adventurers will also have 3 professions under its tree at the medium armor grade, but we don't know what any of those professions are at this time. And lastly, the Soldier tree, which is the heavy armor tree, has 2 professions to round out the 8 professions total, and we already know one of them is going to be the warrior, but we don't know what the second one is going to be. So that breaks down the profession categories. Again, Scholar, Adventurer, Soldier, 3 in Scholar, 3 in Adventurers, and 2 in Soldier. But again, it could change in the future. We are not sure. This wraps up the Guild Wars 2 update for today. Like I said, again, no major notes, just more of an overview of what happened last week and some of the information I might have omitted, and some more details on like the profession categories and the armor. Alright, well, this is Saberwolf, and I hope you enjoy this video and look for more updates in the future. We'll talk to you later. Thank you, and have a good day.